Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule, stopping in and see what it is I'm up to. It is, get it right this time, Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. We are in our 31st week of dealing with this Chinese bat flu, social distance, wear a mask, yada, 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 yada. So, yuck. Currently here in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 74% humidity, and that would be 27 degrees Celsius. Raining off and on, rain in the forecast. Welcome back to Florida. So, I did a head count or a tally or whatever on the way home from Long Neck, Delaware, through Jacksonville, North Carolina, to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, into Jacksonville, Florida. Just about 800 miles. There were 27 deer on the side of the road or in this intersection or on the road, roadkill. And I forget what I said. I counted 17 or 19. Hang on a minute. 19 raccoons. So, and I really didn't see a whole lot of raccoons after I got into Virginia. So I don't know what that means. I know we have raccoons down here. I did see a raccoon here in Florida. So that was the last one. But yeah, that's kind of, well, it's a little odd for one thing. It seems like a large number, but a couple of the states don't seem to clear the roadkill from the side of the road. Some of them have been there for a while. But yeah. So along with that, I did about 2.5 tanks of gas going up. Now I don't wait for the tank to get down to get very low for the most part. I like to fill up at about the halfway point. The old miss and I used to argue about that all the time. I would get into her car, it would be below E. And she'd be like, I can still get back and forth to work for 3 days on that. Yeah. You don't have to put the new injectors in when you pull dirt up through the fuel pump. But so I get about a half a tank and I stop in and fill, or if I find, a decent price that I'm close to. So I stopped 3 times for a half a tank. Started with a full tank. Stopped 3 times for a half a tank. So that comes out to about 2.5 tanks. I threw a little bit more gas in up in Delaware. But my God, it was $2.24. It was the cheapest I could find in the area. And I just wanted to be able to get back to like South Carolina or someplace and get halfway decent gas price. So, excuse me. Sort of kind of worked. I made it back into South Carolina, and I picked up fuel. I think it was $1.82, $1.82 or $1.83. But I took almost $40 worth of fuel. I was down to just almost a quarter tank. So, but then it took basically the same amount coming back home to get roughly 2.5 tanks. I still have about a half a tank of fuel. So it's all good in the hood, right? Everything pretty much worked out. I mean, it was a great trip altogether. A few things I figured out with the van. Nothing major, like my curtains didn't really work. They let light in, they let light out, and they didn't survive me thrashing about at night and knocked them down. So I figured something else out with that, which is fine. I had a couple of other ideas to kick around, and I don't like the pull down blinds on the back windows because again, sleeping, I keep hitting them and they rattle and carry on, and um, the wires overhead for my fan, I need to run them a better way. I wasn't thinking that when I go to roll over, the wires are in the way and I would hit those. And yeah, so go ahead and get the rack, the hitch rack for the back that I wanted to get. The one I'm using right now is one off of this vehicle, but I'll get the rack that I wanted to get and get it put on eventually. Right now, I am broke as no joke. I'll tell you what. Uh, my credit debit card tries to run away when I pull my wallet out. I mean, so yeah. I mean, eventually I'll get to it. I'll get a rack on the back because some of the stuff that was inside permanently mounted to the rack or go a different way altogether. I think I've got an aluminum. I got access to an aluminum toolbox from that goes in the back of the pickup, so I may be able to acquire that and use it. But we'll see. So that's on the future. The curtains are in the future. The bed was really comfortable. Excuse me. But I had to keep pulling the blankets back up each night that I used them. So because they all like creep forward to the front of the van, and then they're in the way of getting anything out. But that's because it's a hard mattress or hard couch is like a hard vinyl, and everything just kind of slides on it. So I'll figure something out on that. Maybe a sheet attached to it, or go ahead and get an egg crate foam, something like that. That might help that problem. Again, once I pump my wallet back up, and there's no rush on it. I'm going to have to redo some of my battery charge systems. I will redo the video on that because that turned out terrible. I didn't realize that. I just shot it and posted it. So, yeah, just little things here and there, and that's why I really wanted to try to get a shakedown cruise. Get out a couple nights before I did the trip, but the weather just didn't cooperate. Even today, like it rained most of the morning, or off and on the morning after I got up. So I still have to get out and finish cleaning everything up, get everything out of the van and whatever. But it's either rainy or it's humid again. So I'll get it done this afternoon or early this evening. I mean, it's not terrible. It's 80 degrees. So just little bits here and there, like I said, everything generally worked. There were little inconsistencies, things to mess with, and yeah, we'll get it together. Now that I spent the nights out in the van, I spent 2 nights in it now. I spent one night at south of the border, which is just a big parking lot, and then the other night in the woods. And yeah, I'm stoked to get back out and go out and about again. Although I'd like to go back up to where I was. That's like a 10-hour, 11-hour ride, maybe even a little bit more. It calls for, I think it says 9 hours from there to Jacksonville, Florida. But I need to stop every so often and get out and stretch my legs and this, that, and the other thing. So it turns into a almost 12-hour trip without killing myself. So that's really not viable unless I've got a week or something, because it's a day's ride to get there, and then spend a day there and a day's ride home. for a 3-day weekend. That's no fun. That's all driving. And there's a couple of areas up around Myrtle Beach that I may get back out and try. That's not too bad. That's about a 5-hour trip, 6 hours pushing it maybe, with stopping. So there's a couple areas up there I may go ahead and try out, as long as it doesn't get too cold. I mean, it's South Carolina. It won't be that bad. I mean, my metal parts don't like cold, but it won't be that bad. So, unless I'm not going up in December or January. Those months I'll stay down here in Florida and explore down here somewhere. It's closer and less gas. So, yeah. I need to download a whole bunch of videos, pictures, and everything, and start putting things together. And if you want to go check out the shack, my nephew's already done a couple of videos on it. Go to Dave Does a Thing. If you stop back later tonight, I'll have a link to his channel in the description box, or a link to the videos or whatever. And yeah, I'm going to take these kids home to their mama, who's still feeling under the weather from the trip. I'm going to go home and take another hot shower. I'm still a little crunchy and whatever, but it's all good. Had a great time. My mom and dad loved it. So, although I think at times Dad overdid it. Stubborn old goat couldn't make him stop. So, anyway, what do we get here? 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on where are you? Your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll get some links in the description box later, along with links to related videos, and you'll find my snail mail, the one that the mailman delivers, in case you want to send me something cool like a postcard or, a box of rocks from wherever you are. That's an interesting one. I mean, I've got rocks from Australia and England and the West Coast of the United States. Anyway, you'll also find my email, and you'll find my PayPal in case you want to buy me a soda or a slice of pizza. And yeah, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see you all again. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Sláinte, y'all. Wow. Drinking that soda's really messed up my straw. I wasn't even new one. Bye-bye.